Hello, everyone. Welcome back to EMA English Daily. Today, we are talking about how your morning routine can actually help you learn English in a very easy and natural way.
Hi, Ema. I'm really surprised because I usually wake up, turn off my alarm, stay in bed for a while, and then just pick up my phone and start scrolling without thinking.
Yes, Jack. Many people do the same thing, but the problem is those first minutes in the morning are very special because your brain is fresh and can learn new things more easily than later in the day.
Really? I always thought nighttime was better for studying, but you are saying the morning is actually the best time for learning English and building new habits.
Exactly. Think of your brain like a soft sponge in the morning. It is empty and ready to take in English words, listening, and simple practice much faster than when you are tired at night.
That sponge example is funny but actually very clear. So you mean instead of scrolling my phone in my own language, I should try to use English in small ways right after waking up.
Yes, even small changes like listening to simple English audio while making tea or coffee, or reading a few easy sentences in English can slowly build your confidence every single morning.
I like that idea because it doesn't feel like extra work. It feels like just changing what I already do in the morning into something that helps my English improve naturally.
Exactly, Jack. You don't need more time. You just need better habits. And if you stay consistent every morning, your English speaking and understanding will become much stronger over time.
So basically, instead of wasting the first 30 minutes on random scrolling, I can use that same time to slowly train my brain to think in English and feel more confident every day.
So, Jack, instead of listening to silence or your native language in the morning, what if you play an English podcast while you are doing simple things like making breakfast or getting ready?
Oh, you mean I don't need to sit and study? I can just listen to English while I cook or make tea, like it's in the background?
Yes, exactly. That is called, thus, passive listening. You are not trying hard or feeling pressure. You are just letting English come into your ears, thus, while you live your normal morning life.
That actually sounds too easy, but I kind of like it. So even if I am not focusing fully, my brain is still learning something in the background?
Yes, Jack, your brain naturally starts catching pronunciation, rhythm, new words, and sentence patterns, even when you feel like you are not studying at all.
So it's like learning without sitting down and studying. More like my brain is just absorbing English slowly over time.
Exactly. And that is why it works so well, just like babies who learn language by listening again and again before they ever study grammar or rules.
That makes sense. Babies don't open books, they just hear people speaking every day, and slowly they start copying and talking naturally.
Right. So, habit number one is simple English listenings in the morning. And now, habit number two is what I call the one word morning challenge.
One word a day? That sounds very small. I feel like it won't really make a big difference.
It feels small, but it is powerful because one word every day means around 365 new words in a year, and that becomes a very strong vocabulary base.
When you say it like that, it actually sounds impressive, almost like building a whole dictionary slowly without stress.
Yes, and the key is not just learning the word, you must say it out loud, repeat it a few times, make one simple sentence, and try to use it during your day.
So if my word is grateful, I repeat it, make a sentence like, I am grateful for my morning coffee, and then try to use it in real life.
Exactly. And you can even write it on a sticky note and place it on your mirror so every morning you see it and remember your English word for the day.
That actually sounds fun, like a small daily game for my brain instead of boring study.
Yes, and let me tell you something funny from my own experience. When I was learning English, I used to read just one paragraph out loud every morning in my kitchen.
One paragraph only? That's it?
Yes, just one paragraph, and one day I was reading out loud and my neighbor knocked because she thought I was talking to someone on the phone in English.
Jack, do you remember I told you how I used to read out loud in my kitchen every morning? And one day my neighbor came and thought I had a foreign guest at home?
Yes, and I was surprised because that means your speaking and pronunciation really improved just from doing that small daily habit.
Exactly. And when I opened the door and explained, she just looked around and said, "Oh, I thought you were talking to someone from another country." And I couldn't stop laughing at that moment.
That's actually funny, but also amazing. So that's when you realized your daily reading out loud was really working for your English.
Yes, Jack, because reading silently is very different. When you read silently, your brain only understands meaning. But when you read out loud, your mouth, ears, and brain all work together at the same time.
So it's like a full workout for English speaking. Not just thinking in your head, but actually training your voice and pronunciation too.
Exactly. It's just like going to the gym. If you only watch exercises but never move your body, you won't get stronger. And speaking works the same way.
Okay, so habit 3 is reading one paragraph out loud in the morning. And even simple children's books are actually good for this, right?
Yes, children's books are perfect because the sentences are short, the words are simple, and you can focus on clear pronunciation without feeling pressure or embarrassment.
Wait, so I can really start with children's books without feeling shy or thinking it's too easy for me?
Of course, no ego in learning. Even the best English speakers started with simple stories, because learning step by step is what makes you strong in the long run.
I like that line, no ego in learning. I think I should definitely write that down somewhere so I don't forget it.
Yes, and now let's talk about one more very powerful but underrated habit that many learners don't even think about in the morning routine.
Underrated? You mean something simple that people ignore but actually helps a lot?
Exactly, Jack. And that habit is talking to yourself in English while doing your morning routine, like brushing your teeth, getting dressed, or making breakfast.
Talking to myself in English? Won't I look a bit strange if someone hears me?
Only if they are listening carefully, but you can do it in private. Just speak simple sentences like you are describing your own morning.
So I just say things like, "Good morning, today is Tuesday, I'm making breakfast, the weather looks cloudy." Just simple real life sentences.
Yes, exactly like that. You are basically becoming your own morning news reporter, describing your life in English as it happens.
That actually sounds fun. Like I can start tomorrow morning and turn my whole routine into English practice without any stress.
Jack, this is the most important part. When you talk to yourself in English, you also start to notice what you don't know, and that gap actually shows you exactly what you need to learn next.
Oh, so if I try to say something like, "I'm making scrambled eggs, but I don't know the word scrambled," that missing word becomes my next study point?
Yes, exactly. Your confusion is not a problem. It becomes your learning guide. So instead of random textbook words, you only learn what you really need in your daily life.
Wow, that's actually very different from school because in schools we just follow lessons. But here I'm learning from my real life and real situations.
Yes, Jack. Most learners wait for teachers to tell them what to study, but real progress happens when you follow your curiosity and learn from your everyday experiences.
Honestly, nobody ever explained English like this to me in school. It always felt more like memorizing than actually using it.
That's true. School English can feel very strict and formal, but real English is alive, natural, and connected to your real life, not just textbooks.
So let me see if I got everything right. First, I listen to English in the morning, then learn one word, read out loud, talk to myself, and also write a small gratitude journal in English.
Yes, perfect summary. And that last habit is just a few sentences each morning, like, I'm grateful for my family, or I'm grateful for my coffee. Very simple, but powerful.
So, in just a short morning routine, I'm actually practicing listening, speaking, reading, and writing all together without even feeling like I'm studying.
Exactly, and the whole routine takes only about 20 to 25 minutes, which is even less than the time most people spend just scrolling on their phones.
That's actually true. I spend more time on my phone without realizing it. So, this feels like a better way to use that time.
Yes, because your phone gives you other people's lives, but this morning routine helps you slowly build your own future in English.
That line really hit me. I think I'll remember it for a long time because it makes me realize how small daily habits can actually change everything.
And always remember, consistency is more powerful than intensity. Doing a little every day is far better than doing a lot once and then stopping completely.
So, even just 10 minutes every morning for a month is better than studying for hours one day and then forgetting everything later.
Yes, because the brain loves repetition, it loves rhythm. And if you give it English every day, it slowly starts to feel natural and automatic.
It's like brushing teeth. You don't do it for hours once. You just do it a little every day to keep it strong and clean.
Exactly. Simple habits done daily are the ones that change your life the most, not big efforts done only once.
So if I start tomorrow, I think I will begin with talking to myself in English because it costs nothing. I can do it anywhere and honestly, it will probably be fun and a little funny at first.
I love that, Jack. Start with fun, because when learning feels fun, you naturally want to do it again tomorrow and the day after that without forcing yourself.
Ima, I have one question though. What if someone wakes up very late and they don't really have a proper morning routine? They just rush and leave the house.
That's a great question. And the answer is simple. Even 5 minutes is enough. Just wake up 5 minutes earlier, and in that short time, play an English video while you are getting ready.
So even people who are super busy can still do this. It doesn't need a perfect morning or a lot of free time.
Yes, exactly. There is no perfect situation for learning English. You just build it around your real life, not wait for the perfect time that never comes.
I think that's really important because many learners think they need a perfect routine, but actually, they just need to start with whatever they have.
Beautifully said, Jack, because starting is always the hardest part. But once you do it for a few days, it becomes a habit and your brain starts to expect it.
So it's like your brain slowly gets used to English in the morning, and even starts to want it naturally over time.
Exactly. Your brain almost gets addicted to English in the morning, and that is actually the goal, to make it a natural part of your day.
Okay, let me quickly summarize for our listeners so everyone can remember clearly what we learned today.
Yes, Jack, go ahead. I think this recap will really help everyone.
All right, 5 habits. First, listen to English audio in the morning. Second, learn one new word and use it. Third, read one paragraph out loud. Fourth, talk to yourself in English like a news reporter. And fifth, write a small gratitude journal in English.
Perfect summary. And the most important thing is not perfection, but consistency. Because small steps every morning lead to big changes over time.
I really like that. Small steps every day sound much easier than trying to do everything perfectly and then quitting.
Yes, and if you try even one of these habits tomorrow morning, you can share your experience in the comments and tell us how it felt for you.
We really want to know your stories, your progress, even your funny mistakes, because every learner is part of this journey.
And remember, your morning doesn't have to be perfect. Just start where you are. Even small effort in English is still progress.
And honestly, even by just listening to this conversation right now, you are already improving your English without realizing it.
So keep going, stay consistent, and don't stop because your English is growing every single day.
Take care, everyone, and try to build your own English filled morning tomorrow, even if it's just a small step.
Bye, everyone. See you in the next episode, and have a beautiful English learning morning tomorrow.